Hello. Welcome in. Oh, this is very big. Unmuted raid mic. Nice. Right, Data, why are you laughing? It's a serious matter, didn't you know? Essentially, maybe turn this down. 32. Okay. Transfer. It's still pretty big. Why is it so big? So why is it fuzzy? It should be fuzzy. Yeah, I'll just do this for now. Wow. I'll probably fit a little bit more close later. Why do I get this white border? Even though it should be a white border. Oh, it's because the monitor, the game itself has a white border. Okay. Look, Ma, you're on stream. You are indeed. You've always been on stream, said. Stream of my heart. Loud, bit loud. Let's turn that down. This looks good enough. And fits this just well. Oop. Stretch it a little bit. Just so it disappears. Wow. Perfect. Cool. Kind of forget where I was before. I think we had just raided the pseudo-Nazi trading ground. And we are now into picking up more work. Probably we'll talk to a few people to see what's going on. And have a good time. So welcome back to Diddums doesn't remember any voice, so we'll get new voices. Ah, I forgot to get water, sorry, 2 seconds. Good start. The start of the soon screen was so that I could spam advertise in everybody else's Discord servers. Not just for water. Water. This, hopefully this is tracking. Right, that's just stable. This is enough, and alerts and everything should work. I'm also tracking to see how much effort it takes for me to stream at 1080p, because they should only do 720p at 60 frames. We'll see. So, to start off, let's talk with some people. This is my equipment stash. I have a bunch more. My inventory is full. I have some spells. I have an outfit. Leave that as is. And then we will sort Idler. See how she likes me. Did she like me yet? As you approach, Ergo turns to face you. The rifle has been field stripped and is lying in pieces on a sheet of butcher paper. Arranged in a neat row along the edge of the paper are bottles of copper solvent, bore cleaner, and lighter fluid. Our fearless leader returns. What do you need? Have you ever heard of an organization called the Lodge? I'm afraid not. It's a Berlin thing. If it's a Berlin thing, you might be better off talking to one of the others. I've only been here longer than I have. They've all been here longer than I have. Boy, I've been so long I've forgotten how to read. Any thoughts about that last round? After all the moral ambiguity we've been reading through, Hita Kumanis was incredibly satisfying. Alright, she's a good moral person. What they had planned, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. I still wish that I could have put a bullet in Stahl's spine. But if the fallout from tonight's run is as far-reaching as I think it's going to be, he's probably going to wind up wishing that he were dead, and that it's almost as satisfying. Are we good now? Depends on what you mean when you say good. I won't question your competence again. Not in front of others, at least. But I'm not gonna lie. I still have concerns about you, Dithyam. As long as those concerns remain between you and me, I'll be fine. She nods. No need to worry, Dithyam. My job is to support you and the rest of this team. That's exactly what I'm going to do. As long as you hold up your end, everything should work out fine. Those are some thickness. You might like her. She's kind of, well, she's an orc in this world. She's an orc. She doesn't have a hammer, but she's kind of tanky orc character. Thanks, Aiga. Gruff person. Dithyam, what do you need? I don't know if I should, but I will anyway. Without shifting attention away from glory, you allow your consciousness to partially slip into the astral plane. As your third eye opens to the hidden world around you, you feel a familiar tingle of dormant senses awaken. The room that you're standing in slowly shifts to match its true nature, a lifeless expanse of grey, ugly, and cold. Your own body, however, explodes into swirling chaos of scintillating colour. As the astral plane shimmers into view, you focus on Glory. You can still see her with your corporeal vision. Her delicate frame, the bulky cyberware that breaks her silhouette, the faraway look in her eyes. But laid over the top of her physical body, there is a slight shimmer, her aura, damaged though it may be. The chrome that Glory is sporting has really done a number on her. Whatever she may have been before she went under the knife, her aura is now reminiscent of the room she's standing in, a cold, dead thing, mockingly sculpted into a facsimile of life. Somewhere within the mutilated aura, a shred of humanity awaits, but finding it isn't going to be easy. Suddenly, Glory's body language changes. She looks on her face somewhere between suspicious and alarm. I got something in my teeth? You're staring. With an aura this shredded by cyberware and surgery, it's going to take a minute to gather any useful information. Serpent Lord. It's nothing, Glory. I was just daydreaming. As your third eye slides shut, the faint shimmer of Glory's aura fades from view, taking any information that you could learn from it along for the ride. Have you ever heard of an organization called the Lodge? She shrugs. I've heard of a lot of things. A lot of lodges. Shamanic lodges, nature lodges, hunting lodges. Can you be more specific? A secretive organization with a lot of pull. Not big on telling the truth. Did that sound familiar? She pauses for a moment, considering. Finally, she shakes her head. Nothing is coming to me, sorry. Dietrich might be able to help. He's been in Berlin longer than any of us, and if this lodge does have any shamanic connections, he'd be the most likely one to know. Well, awesome, thanks. Okay, I'll talk to you later. She shrugs. Suit yourself. I remember she had a really gruff voice, and Iger is just German, the German orc kind of thing. This guy I made, Paul Amsel, I made him very sophisticated, and Dietrich is... Wait, Iger is not German. Dietrich was the German punk rocker person. Hey boss! That's German accent. Dietrich gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? How are you holding up? You seem to take Monitor's death harder than the others did. Dietrich shakes his head, wistful expression on his face. Nah, no harder. But I'm less buttoned up than the others are. Igel'll never let herself show any weakness, and Glory, well, she's too full of chrome to feel much of anything. He shrugs. Me? I don't give a damn. I spent too much of my life putting on a show for others already. What do you mean by that? I used to run a punk rock band way back when. Believe it or not, I've spent a pretty good chunk of my life on stage. Whenever we weren't playing, I was living up to our fans' expectations. spouting off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid. Not a bad life, all things considered. That, getting laid is wrong. See the tats, you believe it? Mm-hmm. Well, he's got the tats because he's a shaman. He, apparently that's important for his shamanic abilities. How did you go from fronting a band to running in the shadows? It wasn't as big as a leap as you think. I'd already had a healthy disrespect for authority. I had the magic to back it up. One nice thing about shamanism, as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me to be his servant, and as long as I was scrapping with some bigger than me, he didn't much care whether I did it on stage or in the shadows. Tell me about the Dragon Slayer. He shrugs. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was just a little kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, and get rowdier than the rest. Of course, my family didn't understand, but the hell with them, I thought. I knew what I was destined for greater things. Have you ever heard of an organization called the Lodge? Lodge? He freezes up. Boss? Do you mean the Black Lodge? I don't know, maybe? Lodge was all that I heard. Let me describe him to you. You can tell me if what I'm saying fits. Shadowy, powerful, secretive as hell, deep pockets and penchant for hiding the truth. They conduct all of their business through dupes and go-betweens. Gives you a sideways glance. That sound about right? Yeah, it's them in a nutshell. Well, if it's them, and whoever you're talking about, I ain't saying that it is, then I'd advise you to stay away from them. Stay far, far away. And whatever you do, don't take their money. If you do, they'll own you. Oh, haha, well, shit. Dietrich, I have something to tell you. Take it they're dangerous then. He says, more than you could know. Most folks don't even believe they exist. But being a shaman in Berlin has its perks. I've seen enough evidence to believe. Tell me what you've heard about them. Well, the story is that Black Lodge is the mother of all conspiracies. Supposedly, they've been around for hundreds of years, and they've been practicing magic since well before the Awakening. Impossible, I know, but I believe it. You ever heard of the Masons, the Knights Templar, the Bavarian Illuminati? They were all puppets of the Black Lodge. None of them knew who they were working for, but the Lodge was there, pulling the strings. They always have been, and still are today. That's the story. Well, let's see. Thanks for letting me know. It gives me a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. Suddenly I could use a drink. So long, Dietrich. Yeah, take it easy, boss. Well, cool. Nothing wrong with getting a bit of a funding. You look down to see a pair of bright eyes set in a scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. On some instinctive level, you must know that his master is gone. Dante lets out a small whine, then rubs his head against your leg. Pet him. Paul Amsel. Greetings. Amsel peers at you through a battered old pair of wire-rimmed glasses. There is something gentile about the man. Gentile. There's something gentile about the man. With his silver hair and his tweed jacket, he looks more like an aging art history professor than he does a criminal go-between. Is there something that I can do for you? I've got a question for you about the Cruise Bazaar. A little slice of heaven, isn't it? What can I tell you about our keys? Where can I sell pay data found on the run? Check the Shadowlands BBS on the mission computer. Monica, she used the bidding service there to sell valuable data. It doesn't tell me. much. Alright. I don't need anything, sorry to have bothered you. Okay, Paul. Let's see, what kind of side quests can we pick up? If I remember, we're trying to earn money so that we can pay an oracle to give us information about a dragon. That's right. To commute for messages. We have 2 unread messages. A job, and we need to talk. Hijack shipments. If you value new hardware coming into Cruise Bazaar, we need to talk. One of my weapon shipments was hijacked by a local gang. I can promise 500 yuan, and if you can recover the shipment, I'll have some new gear on the shelf. See more for the details. You have 1 unread message. Need to talk. Escobar, Dr. Zabiaxel. Come meet me at your earliest convenience. There is a matter we need to discuss. Okay, Dr. Zabia. Let's have a look. Let me check the BBS. Postpaid data for sale. Attached.escrow account. Data will be automatically sold to the highest bidder. Both parties will remain anonymous throughout transaction. Okay. I guess I don't have any paid data for it to be selling. Do I have game audio? Do I have it? Right. Guntari. Let's go to. Oh, Poppy's following me. He wasn't following me before. Will you follow me outside? Hey Blitz, how you doing? Blitz's eyes widen when he sees the drone that you're carrying. He looks anxious. Hey Chief. How's it going? Found this drone in the hotel vault. Does it belong to you? Yeah Chief, that's mine. I didn't want to say anything at the time since it was my idea to have you loot the vault in the first place. Would have saved me some running around if you had come clean. I forgot about it. Honestly, Chief, I'm just glad to see her up and running again. How'd you pull that off anyway? Marlet fixed a drone. She says that it won't listen to anyone but you, though. Yeah, I'm not sure he has a choice in it being red. I'm just not doing the accent. Score? So, can I have it back? Nah, I think I'll hold on to it. I paid for it to get fixed. I don't think I paid for it, but I had it fixed, so it's mine. Mine now. Hey Lane, how's it going? What's brought you around? Nothing. Let's see, are you guys happy that I killed... What's his face? Hello again, mind friend. What can I do for you? How's Alexander doing? He is adjusting. With difficulty. Simon shakes his head. Your friend Diedrich took a chance in sending his nephew to us. I will do my best to justify his faith in me. No questions. Passing by. Okay, so the person we're talking to is is basically doing organizing a refuge for metahumans, and when we raided the Nazi camp, we rescued a nephew of one of the people, and we've put him in the care of the metahuman refuge just to have the person be exposed to metahumans and undo some of the training. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? I got your message. What did you want to discuss? Business. I have a job for you. I'm a little surprised that you want to hire me. We haven't always seen eye to eye. That's true, we haven't. But I'm confident that you're the right man for the job. Why? Your reputation. You get the job done. Yeah, but there are other runners out there with an equally strong reputation, so again, why me? Why are you trying to talk yourself out of a job? Rubs the bridge of his nose between his thumb and forefinger. I can see that you still don't get it, so I'll be blunt. You're the best in town at what you do, full stop. And I need the best, even if that means hiring you. I don't like you, and I don't like me, and you don't like me. But that doesn't mean that I'm unwilling to use you in order to become spectacularly wealthy. Does that answer your question? Yeah, that about covers it. Good. So let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Back before I immigrated here from my native Spain, I worked in a partnership with a Berlin-based R&D lab. The biotech that they were developing was very hush-hush, very cutting-edge. Our arrangement was that I would bankroll their research, and that they, in turn, would provide me with unique merchandise to sell in my clinics. Go on. About 2 years ago, things went sour. My name was slandered, and the fickle mistress that is public perception turned against me. An ugly business, I assure you. Even talking about my fall from grace makes my tummy turn. Make him infantilize him a little bit because he's a bit silly. The injustice of it all is almost too much to bear. I'm sure it is. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that, but I also came here to be closer to the lab that I'd founded and that I'd funded and the merchandise that I owed. So let me guess, you want me to fetch your merchandise? Yes, and find out what happened to the lab itself. The facility is locked down, you see, nearly impenetrable, and I have no idea why. As I was packing to move to Berlin, all was well. 16 hours later, I arrived to discover the building locked tight, with my merchandise inside. The Turk Altug has been running surveillance on the site since I set up shop here. In that time, no one has entered and no one has left. Whatever went wrong in them must have killed the research team. I want you to find a way into the building, recover the cyber tech that they were developing, to find out what happened to the researchers. In that order. If the building has been abandoned, I'm surprised that the lot still hasn't been gobbled up by some corp or another. Don't be. Back when I was a wealthy man, before my legal troubles, I paid the lease for a decade in advance. And before you say anything, yes, it was a huge expense. But it's locked away inside that lab. But what's locked away inside that lab is worth 10 times what I've spent on it. I don't want anyone laying claim to it but me. If your merchandise has been sitting in the building for 2 years, why didn't you approach Monica? Who says that I didn't? I had a tumultuous friendship with your dear departed Monica. We had our ups and downs, you see, and this subject she was most certainly down. That was her choice. I'm hoping that you will be savvy enough not to make the same mistake. Alright, let's talk compensation. I can't afford to pay you a new one. And that's your own fault, by the way. You shot off a good chunk of my revenue when you pulled that stunt down in the sewers. But what I can do is give you first crack at any biotech that you recover from the site. And make it available to you at a discount. Jesus Christ. No, just give me the biotech that I want. This is top of the line ware that we're talking about, mind you. Better than anything else I've got in stock. And because it's biotech, the essence lost from implanting it will be minimal. It's a win-win, even for a shaman like you. I'm not a shaman, though. So, what's it going to be? Will you take the job or not? Don't need any bio, I've got more important things. Is this it? Can I come back? Next sales, next aspiration. Alright, forget about it. The job is off the table. So do you want anything else, or are you leaving? I should go. Take care. I want to see about the shipment first, and I think we might do the shipment before doing this guy. Because I want the money first. Assuming the shipment will give me money. Okay. You never know. You know? Hey. Welcome back. You need some weapons? Some ammunition, perhaps? I got your message about the missing shipment. I don't know. You do though? I don't know either. We will find out together. He nods. A gang from nearby Keys has been hijacking shipments bound for the cruise bazaar, taking money out of our pockets. I could use your help to stop this from happening. Our dear departed Monica used to provide encryption and information control for the cruise bazaar. Now that she's gone, we merchants have been having no end of trouble. The obvious answer is that a gang has been intercepting our communications. Shipping manifests, payment orders, that kind of thing. A group with an agenda could use that information to set an ambush, and that's just what this gang has been doing. Several cargo trucks full of goods have already been hijacked en route to the cruise bazaar. I had a tracking device placed on the last shipment that I sent out, containers full of weapons and medical supplies. Sure enough, it got taken, and I've tracked it to Gesundbrunnen. If you've never been there, it's a Keys beat out of an old U-Bahn station and some old bunkers. Rumor has it a new gang called the Rebengeister is holed up there. I suspect that the two things are related. So, I need you to go to Gesundbrunnen, find the Rebengeister, and get our goods back. I can offer you 500 yuan for the task, and if you can recover our missing weapon shipment, I'll be able to sell you some better hardware too. I'll take care of it. Good. It's about time I had new inventory come in. One more thing, Tidium. Gonna need you to go in light on this one. Take a friend along if you like, but no more than one. You spook them, they could trash the merchandise. Best go quiet. Best go soon too, before the trail goes cold. Ooh. We got to do some sneaky stuff. I like sneaky stuff. Wonder if they have multiple missions in a single area. Ba 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 ba. Means I need to come over to my computer. To the pooter. The Pootermobile. Go. Is quest stacking? Look, I've half finished many RPGs in my time. I know how to get as much content as possible without actually playing the game. Check in inbox and your messages. Go to the BBS. Search BBS for relevant keywords. Topics matching local keywords. Thread. Who is Blutz? Chances Highlander. Best new deck. Client screwed me. Help drowning in junk messages. Client screwed me. Benno is a fraud. I broke my first rule. Always get full payment up front. Left me hanging for 50% of the cash after I completed the job. Okay, be careful if you work. I never thought I see you made a mistake in here. Thanks for the heads up. Look at my eyes open. Before any info. Send you some surveillance footage. Is this your man? Sure, nice one. I'll split the take with you if this lead pans out. Good to find there's still some other amongst runners. More posts. Okay. These aren't job postings. Jobs directory. I should do the jobs directory. Claim payment for the Humanist data steal. 3,000 yuan. What? A few minutes later, a message pops onto the screen. Samuel Backenbauer, here's your payment as promised. A moment later, second message. Your payment details. Payment from client 22,000. Deductions for crew salary 6,000. Ammunition and resupply costs 1,500. Automatically deduction for Alice funds, 11,000 remainder to be sent to Dithium. Uh-huh. So they kind of skim the top for a bunch to pay your crew and stuff. I wonder if I have less crew, I have to pay, I get more. Pending and active jobs. Pending jobs, prototype extraction. Amsel's face swings on the screen. Here you will find a complete transcript of my conversation with her folks, a potential client. The job seems to be relatively straightforward, and the payout is reasonable. One word of caution before you proceed. There are aspects of this run you might find morally troubling. Be sure to read and understand the specifics of the job before accepting. If you do accept, you will be expected to carry out the requirements of the job in full. After reading the transcript, you may choose whether or not to accept the job. If you respond in the affirmative, our client will be notified and I will make all the necessary preparations for the run. Herr Amsel? Yes, I am here. Who am I speaking? Herr Fuchs. Very well. Please describe the work that you'd like to have done. Straight to the point, I like that very well. Local sharing AG lab. Unfortunately, they botched the job. Team is eliminated. Okay, I'm hopefully going to be able to come back to it, so I'm just going to say no. Decline for now. Cool. I'll come back to it and read it fully later. I'm just trying to see if there's the overlapping levels. I don't think there is, so that'll be it for now. To route. Alright, let's just do sneaky job straight up. Ba ba ba. Go here. Where would you like to travel? Travel to the Gesundbrunnen U-Bahn station to look at Ganari's mission shipments. I need to be sneaky. Hotshot Dicker, full-time smartass. Dietrich, middle-aged former punk rocker, shaman. No ticket to ride. I've got a ticket to ride. I've got a ticket to ride. I've got a ticket to ride. And well, you put that song in my head, so now I'm putting it in yours. Ticket to ride. I wonder if the Beatles will get me snapped. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. And she don't care. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. Then I actually want to turn this down. Then turn this up. So that I can hear it better. Not blasting you all to Kingdom Come. Okay, cool. Right by me. UI is great, isn't it? I just like the theme, you know, it's like very classic cyberpunk stuff. If we're gonna be sneaking, I think I'm going to take in Nixie, someone who likes to not... How much money do I have? Spells? No spells. Oh, it's a weapon, right? Anything quite, though? No grenades, which is nice to see. Maybe not. So I actually have a mobile port of this game, which is how I got this game originally and heard about it. And it works pretty well on the mobile, too. And it's like, it's a full RPG on your mobile with no ads or anything. It's just, imagine that. Can you imagine? I can imagine. Good old days, so 2008. Shaman. Let's take Eiger. Eiger, please. Okay, I'm not doing a full Beatles run, sorry. Sure, let's go. Can I give them stuff before we start? Nope. Negative banner ad, pre-game ad, post-game ad, microtransactions. Yeah, yeah. They do be making money. And with all of that, they track everything you like so that other people can sell you stuff more, so that you're more likely to send them money and all that good stuff. It's a short train ride to Brennan. You exit the subway car, stepping onto the old grungy platform. The place is deserted, though signs of life are everywhere. A gaping hole in the ceiling filters cool, hazy light from above. To your right, a small plot of crops struggles to endure the cold, and the limited light of the station. Trash and junk litters the platform. It's clear that this place hasn't had anything resembling a janitorial staff in quite some time. Somewhere in this old rundown U-Bahn station lies the entrance to Geisenbrunnen Keys, and hopefully some leads on the whereabouts of the Rabengeister and Guinaris missing shipment. Man, I really wish I could read, or at least speak German. Ah, this is when you do stuff like that. Just so like I can pronounce the names of places properly. Pistol, I have 10, medium 15. 10, medium 15, then damage 14. This is going to be about the same. Uzi or not Uzi? Oh, it's a shotty. Let's try keep the assault rifle. I don't want to be getting too close in. Heal yourself. To use it the moment you own it. You never ladle. Has a shotgun and a sniper. I'm going to give them probably a trauma kit so that they can revive if necessary, and then give them a double shotgun. Okay, so run out of ammo. Capacity's 8. Alright, we don't mind. Runs out of ammo, one shotgun, switches the other shotgun. 16 shot shotgun. Damage 4. I guess once you're in combat, it doesn't really matter about being quiet. But in case it does, here, take the throwing knife. Yeah, real leather. Cost me a fortune. I like that. It's got like the character's description of the item that they're wearing. Right, let's get started. And throw in the music real quickly. All fluorescent grow lights. I'm barely keeping the plants alive. Almost no light. I clicked too quickly and they disappeared. So look, see what's over here. The cell looks to have been completely collapsed. Seems to have completely collapsed, not been completely collapsed. Can I run over here? Jump the tracks? Nope. Right. I don't actually know if I get an opportunity to talk my way out of a thing, I'm going to be able to. Oh, hi friend. That's far enough, friend. An older man raises his hand, squinting at you as you approach. To his left, a young orc shifts his weight, resting one hand casually on the pistol in his hip. Both are dressed in what might be considered uniforms, but it's hard to tell for sure. Beep beep. Am I in trouble? No. Okay. He looks fed, for one thing. The other man nods. Indeed. What brings you to Glenburn, stranger? Visit? Oh, can't do that. I'm passing through. Thought I'd check out the market here. I'm from the Cruise Bazaar. We think a gang of these parts calling themselves Ravengeister hijacked a shipment belonging to us. You hear anything about that? It's not very stealth. Just passing through. Thought I'd check out the market here. Two guys exchange glasses. Of course. Customers are always welcome. Head on in. Waterman steps aside. Thanks. Man, I'm parched. I'm parched. I did the Korean? Korean. The man before you is of average build and in nondescript dress. Sitting against the old wooden cabinet, reading a book. As you approach, he looks up and casts a warm smile. Guten Tag. The name's Quarren, friend. Can't say I've seen you around in these parts before. Just passing through, or... What can you tell me about this place? Geisenbrunnen? Well, it's my home for one. We've got a small bar set up over there. But of course, you'll want to know about the market. His eyes lit up. It used to be something to behold, my friend. One of the grandest markets in all the city. Blah 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 blah. You could find nearly anything in these stalls for the right price. It's a real shame, but little by little things slowed down. Stopped taking the subway line so much. But that's the way of the flux. For information, never heard of the gang called the Ravengeister? Certainly, they've been sprinting quite a tale in these parts of late. Hard to know anything for sure, though. One rumor says they hijack a freight out of Frankfurt to Tor. The next day you hear about a sighting down in Alexanderplatz. Hell, just yesterday, I heard someone claim they saw a member of the Ravengeister speed by in the U-Bahn tunnel, clinging to the side of the train car. Ha! He leans closer. Between you and me, That's probably a game called Surf Turf. Strange ones, those. I heard they implant suction cups in the hands and feet. I guess they really like hitching rides on the U-Bahn trains? He shakes his head with amusement. That's the flux for you. That's the flux state for you, though. Full of strange and unexpected. Have you seen a shipment of weapons pass through? His face falls. Wish that I had, friend. It's too bad. This place used to be soaring with commerce. But now, hardly anything passes through here, I'm afraid. Folks around here are lucky enough to have a full meal at the end of the day. Tough times, I suppose. Hope things... I'm sorry to hear that. Hope things turn around for the better soon. Yeah, me too. I think it's full of the friendly buds, though. Most folk that come through here are either looking to burn a quick handout or steal what they can before disappearing down the line. I'll be going now. Oh, popcorn. That does not look like the bar. This looks like a bar, though. Ba 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 ba. Oh, you dancing? Can I tip you? Nope. Goldfish. The woman starts a little to let you approach, but she recovers quickly and beams brightly at you. The fox face on her headdress seems to grin as well. Her classically nasal American accent is obvious. Hey kiddo, you share a drink with me? Sure, if you're buying. Awesome. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of options here. They've got beer, a homebrewed gin, and schnapps. Pick your poison. I've been drinking gin and tonics. The tonic cuts out some of the gas flavor. I think they've been distilling it in old propane tanks. Yeah. That's... I'll have one of those too then. Sure thing, guy. He fills the tumbler full of cheap gin and dirty ice, splashes a bit of tonic in it, and slides it across the bar. It has a slight gasoline smell to it. Drink it. Tonic covers up the gasoline flavor, and for the most part, it burns a bit going down. Listen, my name's Goldfish. What's yours? Where'd you get a name like Goldfish? Oh, you know, they're saying, memory like a goldfish. Because I'm blonde, people think I'm just like that. Plus, they call my twin Guppy, so Goldfish made sense for me. So what are you hoping to find out here? Robin Hood? She laughs heartily. The Rabengeister, actually. Raven ghosts? Might be anything in Gazenbrennan. Seems like everyone and everything down here is a ghost. Ghosts of the past, ghost trains, ghostly thin folks, pale for a lack of sunlight. I need sunlight too. I like to joke I photosynthesize, but it just gives me so much energy. Energy these people don't have anymore. Her expression grows stern for a moment as she stares into empty gin and tonic. Maybe I've been down here long enough. Maybe I'm a ghost too. Alright, that's it, Fräulein. You're officially cut off. Your total is 36 Nguyen. Can I at least buy something for my friend here? He's been talking with me a bit and he hasn't said it, and he hasn't had a thing. And he hasn't had anything. But I just did. No, you're cut off. I don't want you even sipping out of it. Dude, chill. Glad I asked. He turns to you with a shrug. Sorry I couldn't get you anything else, but thanks for being a pal. Yeah, no worries. Goldfish is warm and welcome despite her nasal... Goldfish is warm and welcoming, despite her nasal American accent. Oof. Hey again, friend. I'll buy you a drink, but you heard the man. I've been cut off. It's all good things. I'm just passing through. I didn't want another drink. I wanted to speak to you more. You seemed friendly. But if I look through their stuff, they're going to be upset. The drawers look to be handmade out of rusty sheet metal. Nothing of value catches your eye within. Man. Actually, do I have any skills I can use? I'm not sure if I can use skills outside of combat. No. It smells like something died in here. On close inspection. It's just moldy soy cakes. The soy boy. There's a ladder upwards. Surface access has been welded shut. Probably in an attempt to keep the security tight. Probably. Oh, some folks over here. Anything way down here? Nope. Unfortunately, I have to duck to the loo real quickly, so I'm going to throw in a BRB and play some music for you as well. Why is Michael Cera listed as an artist? Oh, I want to play some Michael Cera. Hope you enjoy. You know, not nearly as goofy as I thought it was going to be. And yeah, there are... That previous song, Anyone Else But You, was Juno. Interesting. I might have to listen to them some more. But in the meantime, let's go be sneaky. Schnee, schno, sneaky, 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 sneaky. Well, let's talk to the first person we see. Old merchant. Hello there, newcomer. I have many exciting and rare weapons for you to peruse. Instruments of death of any sort. Instruments of death of the sort you'll not find anywhere else in Berlin. Care to take a look? Despite the shopkeeper's claims, her inventory... Oops, that was not the wrong voice at all. Decidedly poor. Most of these weapons appear rusty and in ill repair. A particularly cobbled together pistol stands out from the bunch. Sure, let's see what you have. Range medium, damage 6 compared to damage 6. This... Huh? Where's this 2000 even though... The smaller capacity, a shorter range, and less damage. Oh, I guess that's the smart link. Capacity 1. Ah, man, you ever sneeze when hard your chest hurts? Ow. Then that's a Finchetti pistol. 6 medium 12. Not pistols. Yeah? Cool. Apparently, my roommates say I have a dad sneeze. And I think that's what they attribute to it. I should have enough of this, right? That's my money. That's what I have currently. Consumables, you have... grenades. I have 5,000. This will take up a lot. Do I need it? So, what's unfortunate is it never really actually clears the tickle in your nose that made you sneeze in the first place. Defiant Super Shock. Ah! A taser would be nice. But I don't know if... I do know I don't have room for it. Let's grab this slapdash pistol. Just for the fun of it. Restash, sell items. Ah. Equipment. Oh, it's a smart link pistol. So I don't really need it though, because I have this 10 medium 15 compared to 6 medium 14. And I'm just, yeah, no, why? Sell some goods. Easy. Shotgun. Leave one shotgun. Any duplicates that I don't need? No. Equipment. Sure, let's sell one thing. Not sure I actually need anything. These are all, like to say, beefy. Katana. Melee. Cool sword. May do AP damage on critical hit. Action point damage. I kind of want to buy it because it's 2000, it should be special, but it doesn't make sense as to if it's going to be worth it or not. Let's buy it because it has to be special because it's expensive, right? right? Yeah, sure. Medium 15, 6 medium 15, 14. I think I just wasted a bunch of money. Well, I hope you're happy, Mr. Friend. Can I stash the kunai and go for the pistol instead? Loaned. Oh, cool. Anything else you like? I don't know. It seems like there was much there that would interest me. What's up with the short-looking pistol? Exquisite, is it not? The work of a master craftsman who used to live here. Forged some of the finest slug throwers you'll find this side of the Atlantic. And at that price, a steal. Looks like some of those parts are glued together. As I said, the work of a master craftsman. A weapon made by any other would simply break after being fired. Can I take a look? Alright, well I've already bought it before asking questions, so the game expected me to be better than I was, and I might have even had the opportunity to haggle it down. And damn it. This crate appears to have been pried hastily open. There is a partially torn shipping label on its side. Most of the ink has worn off, but the word Cruise Bazaar... Hey, wait a minute. Cruise Bazaar is still clearly visible. That's what I'm looking for. Hey, shopkeep, what do you have? Hello there, stranger. I got a sale on today. You interested in some rations, salvage, some home remedies? There's a crate behind your shop that looks like it was marked for delivery to the Cruise Bazaar. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? The troll looks around nervously. No, I don't know anything about crates. I was looking for backup. It's just us here, friend. Okay, look. Yeah, the rabbit guys still came by yesterday. Asked me to move the rest of these medical supplies. Then they disappeared. I don't know where they went. I mean, hey, I gotta make a living, right? Look around here. They leave me this kind of score. I'm grateful. Already sold most of it in less than a day. Plenty of folks around here need real medical supplies. Alright, I've told you what I know. So cool, right? I don't know anything else. I hate to break it to you, but those supplies are stolen from another keys. My keys. That means all that money you've been making belongs to me. I don't want to do that, because it kind of does need the money. This place kind of needs the goods. That's, I believe you. Times are tough. I'm sure these people needed that stuff. You're not gonna hurt me? Thank you, stranger. Not everyone's so understanding around here. Look, if you're looking for the Rabengeister, I tried the old information kiosk on the other side of the market. I've seen some people coming and going through there. Thank you, sir. Sorry, was that voice a bit loud? Yeah, I think I might be peaking. Particularly if I'm any louder than normal. You liked it? Fit the face? Ah, cool. Cool, thank you. Militia captain. The militia captain stands alert, her eyes tracking slowly across the market before coming to rest on you. Guten Tag. You look like you've keeping a close eye on these keys. Have you seen a shipment of weapons pass through here recently? No, I would have noticed that. That's it? I'm looking for a game called Rabengeister. Had heard of them? No. She frowned slightly. And I wouldn't suggest asking questions about such things around here. Not particularly helpful, are you? You guys doing anything? Let's have a look at what's in here. Bathroom. The area is in extreme disrepair. Water is flooding out of the walls and stagnating in pools on the tile floor. You could smell the mildew from here. It's good having the stream open on the side, as if it closes before I can read it. I can glance at stream and get the rest of it. So, info terminal, scuff marks, crates. These crates don't seem to be part of the shipment that was en route to the cruise bazaar. Oh. Info terminal. This appears to be an old U-Bahn information terminal. Judging by the system's design and current condition, it is quite old. As you approach, the machine makes a series of sputtering sounds and dust-covered screen flickers dimly into light. Time since last update. 52 years, 7 days, 11 hours, 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Error. Wait, would that be 52 weeks, so that a year. Primary database not found. Restarting in offline mode. Thank you. I can do a good robot voice. When I was a kid, I took playing, I think about year 6. We did a class film. Well, you know, it's part of the drama Stedford thing. We did a class film. The character that I played, the character that I played was one of 3 nerds. My particular distinct character trait was that I had to speak in a robotic tone the entire time. I was human, I just spoke in a robotic tone. Yeah, it was interesting. I still have the DVD kicking around somewhere. It's interesting. The final the final line of the film was not said by me, it was said by the main character. The final line was, "I'm better than alright. I'm a nerd." And I think that tells you everything that you needed to know about what that story was about and who it was targeting. Anyway, primary database not found. Restarting in offline mode. Restarting. The screen goes dark and the machine begins to emit a bizarre variety of clicking and chirping sounds. After an interminable amount of time, the screen finally shudders back to life. No, this wasn't even... This was not something that was being marked on. This was just something my drama teacher thought would be fun to do, and so we did it. It wasn't graded. It was E6 drama, there was no grades, it was just extracurricular. It was a lot of fun doing that, because you did like directing stuff, and so we got to practice doing things. Welcome to the Shadowrun station. Please select an option from the menu. Data corrupted, station history. Number 4, route information, data corrupted. Number 6, enter custom query. Let's have a look at the history. You have selected station history. Oh boy. Shadowrun station opened up in April 18, 1930 as the final stop along the U-Bahn's U8 line. It was designed by the prominent U-Bahn architect Alfred Grenenender. Construction of the U8 line began in 1914 under the began in 1914 under Allgemeine Elektrizitätsgesellschaft. But the labor shortages and the First World War put the project on hold for over a decade. The eventual completion and opening of this home line between New Cologne and opening of it and Gesenbrunnen in 1930 represented a major step forward in connecting Berlin's working-class districts to the city centre. During World War II, many unfinished tunnels and stations along U8 line were converted into air raid shelters, including parts of the Gesenbrunnen station. In decades following the war, the station also served as an emergency fallout shelter in the event of a nuclear attack. During the Cold War, the U8 line continued to run between Neukölln and Gesenbrunnen, taking it under the wall and through parts of East Berlin. The train would skip all East Berlin stations until it emerged on the far side, near Gesenbrunnen. Today, the U8 line continues to operate, carrying thousands of passengers through the Gesenbrunnen station on a daily basis. In addition, the former bunker at this location has been transformed into a popular museum exhibit, showcasing the history and development of Berlin's underworld. Please inquire at the information kiosk for current museum rates and hours of admittance. Which is interesting. So this is in a little over a year and a bit. This information hasn't been updated. So as of a year and a bit ago, this was a bustling town. Bustling kind of stop on the U-Bahn line. It's kind of cool. Route information. You start to press the 4 key, only to realize that the key is missing from the keyboard. A thick layer of grime and dust rests in its place. Okay, I guess I don't get route information. But it's just the keycap that's missing, right? Surely you can press the button underneath. I press the 6 key. Please enter your custom query string now. The system will attempt to match your query against a database of frequently asked questions for our valued station guests. Secret tunnel. Why did OneDrive open? Fuck off. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Nope. Service entrance. Door. Open. Goods. Bads. Password. Hunter 2. Okay, let me stop doing that. Let's have a look around. Leave the terminal alone. Look at the scuff marks. You notice a set of scuff marks on the ground, as if something heavy was dragged across here. The marks have vanished into the wall. Inspect the nearby wall more closely. You find a small seam in the wall that suggests there might have been a passageway hidden in the wall there, but you can spot no clear mechanism for opening it. Maybe we should ask around. This looks like the place, so I'm unsure. Someone might spill the beans. Get your teammate to force open the wall. We don't want to force open the wall because we're trying to be sneaky. And that's probably not going to be sneaky. What does it say on the wall? The ZUF lot. F-lot. 6 key. ZUF L U G H T. That's it, right? Yeah. Zofflot. Enter. No, fair enough. You terminal line. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. Can't remember, but I think some of the graffiti on the walls are commissioned by, like, street graffiti people. Which is partly why some of them looks good and some of them look kind of normal. But that might not be true. Do not take my word for it. Hey, friend. Welcome back, sir. Oh wait, what was the voice? It was 2 minutes. What was the voice? Uh, what was the first words? It was hello there? Hello there. Hello. Welcome back, sir. What can I do for... No, that was not it at all. I'll see you around. Yeah, actually, I can buy stuff here, alright? Let me see what you've got for sale. Ooh. An elemental fetish. Nitro. Strength and willpower. Basic kit. Never mind. See you around. Hey friends, do you know anything about the secret door on the wall? Nope. I'm going now. Hey, militia captain. The militia captain stands alert, her eyes tracking. Say, what's up with the scuff marks on the ground over there by that information kiosk? I wouldn't know. I'm not charged of cleaning around here, she sighs. Hell, nobody's these days, the way things have been going. Hopefully our luck will turn sooner or later. It'd be nice to take on the pride of this place again. Changing the subject, are we? I know you're hiding something back there. She stiffens, and suddenly her rifle is leveled at your chest. Fine. I don't know who you are or what you're doing snooping around down here. But you'd better come with me now. Our leader's going to want to speak with you. Her free hand reaches down to reduce the thick leather blindfold. Who's leader? Come on. Of the Rebengeister. It's clear you know that much by now. And what makes you think I'll come along? The rifle remains steady. Look, I don't want to do this any more than you do, but we're not going to let you keep sniffing around here. Well, I wasn't very sneaky, was I? If you come with me, I guarantee nobody's going to stab you in the back. I'll bring you safely to see Ravengeister. If I attack them, do you think it's only these 3 people here? And if I do so, do you think I could kill them before they alert anybody? I guess the commotion will do things. Problem is, once I'm there, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the shipment back. Because I doubt they're just going to be like, oh yeah, here you go. Well, I'm always the talky character, so let's do some talking. That's a smart decision. She reaches out to blindfold you, and the world goes dark. Hey, who turned out the lights? This is the same man you met at the market, but the friendliness is gone from his face. In its place is a cold, unwavering gaze. You should have stopped the market, stranger. If the Rappengeister wished to be found, we'd open a fucking cafe. Now, what do you want of us? Say your piece. Wait, I just saw you upstairs. I didn't see you on the way down. He chuckles, cold stare evaporating. Think a gang like us. We've only got one secret passage. There's all kinds of fun hidden passages down here. This place is over 100 years old, you know. During the Second World War, they converted this part of the station into an air raid shelter. Made it nice and secure in case anyone spotted bombers over the city. Corin appears more relaxed, his tone more friendly. He seems to enjoy relating the history of the place. Continue listening. Then, during the Cold War, they designated this whole station as an emergency fallout shelter. You know, in case the Russians and the Americans decided to blow each other up. This was back when Berlin was divided in two, of course. Things got better for a while after that. Hell, a few decades ago, before the Awakening, I hear they used to give tours. It was decades, so 52 weeks. 52 weeks is 1 year. So why would it be a few decades? That would have been... Okay, whatever. This isn't a tour, I'm afraid. So, you're from the Cruise Bazaar, and you're here to get your shipment back. Is that about right? That's about right, yeah. Which I completely understand, stranger. Believe me. But, unfortunately, we need those supplies more than you do. So, I will have to graciously decline your offer to relieve us of your property. I can see things are hard here, Corin. But I have to look out for my own keys, and that shipment belongs to us. Not from where I'm standing. Look, there's no need for bloodshed, I'll tell you what. It seems like you know what it's like to look out for keys like this. It's not easy, right? We provide for these people. A hole like that shipment keeps Scuzz and Brennan from going hungry just a little while longer. It's our home. These are our people. I suspect you feel the same about the Cruise Bazaar. So I'm prepared to let you leave. Just like that. Knowing our little secret here and everything. In return, all you need to do is walk away. Just walk away and forget this ever happened. Apparently I don't have enough skills in anything to pass the checks, which I guess is why you don't spread your levels up. I think I understand, alright. You've got a deal. But you better not hijack anything from the Cruise Bazaar again. From now, we stay out of each other's way. How many people are here? I can't look around. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is our property. Oh no, they don't let you save scum. Never mind. I wouldn't save scum anyway. I'm better than that. I think it's a shame you guys didn't search us for weapons, Corin. But I do appreciate the fact that they need their own goods and they're trying to look after it. I appreciate that and I want them to do that. But, like, I want the goods and money. Or will being friends with them benefit me in the long run? I will let them keep the goods. We can make money elsewhere. It's right, he gets to keep his smiles today. I think I understand, alright. You've got a deal. But you better not hijack anything from the Cruise Bazaar again. From now on, we stay out of each other's way. You've got my word on that. So I can just walk around, right? Just full of old SimSense recordings. There's absolutely more people down here. It wouldn't have been just that 5. I'm guessing they're not gonna let me now steal it behind them. They're all empty. Open door. Ugh. No, let me steal their shit. Spit the water. No, I wonder what it was. I bet it was something in this history lesson which would have opened the door. So if we say 1930 maybe. Probably like the name of one of the people. Alright. Could have tried that for longer, I think. Man. It's okay. Hey, odd merchant. Welcome back, friend. Can I interest you in more weaponry? I'll go in. Go. Hey, friend. How you doing? Uh, Hello. Welcome back, sir. What can I do for you? That's the wrong voice. I just cannot remember. Dang wrong voice. And then the creepy guy who said hello to us is gone. Can we take Goldfish home with us? Join our crew! No. And these guys don't care. Okay, well, oops. Good mission. Well done. Go team. Confirm. You emerge from the U-Bahn station out onto familiar streets of the Cruise Bazaar. The energy here is a stark contrast to the weary, slowly drowning mood of Brennan. The Kreuzberg is an island of hope, afloat still amidst the dangerous currents of the flux state, but it wouldn't take much for it to capsize. It's time to phone Gennari and tell him the news. Oh, I didn't think I'd actually have to, tell him in person. My friend, I gave, other people your goods. Don't be mad at me. Please still sell me stuff. Thank you. Thank you for hanging around, Vlav. Have a good night. Oh, good rest of your day. Bye-bye. Hey, friend. Smile. Welcome back. You need weapons, some ammunition, perhaps? I took care of the business with the Rebengeister. They won't be hijacking our shipments anymore. Raise an eyebrow. Indeed. That is good news. Were you able to retrieve the shipment of weapons they stole as well? They agreed to stop hijacking our supplies from now on, but they won't be returning the stolen shipment. Fair. He spits on the ground. And you just let them get away with this? The Rebengeister steal to support their keys and hard times. I do the same in their position. I'm not about to start a war with a neighbor over a few guns. Easy for you to say. It's not your merchandise that's been stolen. Okay, dude. Fair. He frowns. But, I suppose what's done is done. Very well. I won't question your decision. Here is your payment then. At least, it is at least good to know that our shipments will be safe again. Till next time, did the Oh well, he wasn't upset about it. I thought he would have been more upset about it, but I guess he's only kind of upset about it. So let's do a level up. She will get sniper rifle ability for his discarding the saber. I don't know his armor completely. Shotgun. Well, I've been using her as a sniper, so definitely getting the sniper ability. Then did I get any perks? I did get perks. I have karma. Karma! Which I should probably stack into something, because I've not been... Charisma is lowish. Willpower 3. Intelligence 6. I guess that's what I'm checking, is the intelligence side. Strength. SMG, ranged combat, quickness. It's made nothing but a level up for SMG. Dodge, strength, don't care too much about intelligence. What was I saving for? Equipping 2 drones. Oh, I was trying to level up this so I could actually use the drone I found. The dude's drone that we stole. Except we can't because it doesn't answer to me, is the problem. Willpower, I don't know why I've put stuff into willpower given it doesn't actually... I'm not really using magic here. Drowned. Willpower. Drone, ESP, this is Decker stuff, biotech, that's hit points when using medkit. It's a bonus the hit points recovered. Maybe weapon stuff, not strength. Ranged combat is that. I can't level up without leveling up more quickness. This doesn't get me much, but that. So yeah, I think I might just stack into... Yeah, let's do 2 drones, that seems like a good upgrade. Did I not do that? 2 drones. As he currently holds 0 drones. Let's see if we can... pick up any more drones from somewhere. Hey Mallet, do you have any drones for me? Anything in exotic? Hundreds. Let me see what you've got. Drones. Do you have drones? You do have drones. Required drone 5, drone 5. I'm gonna get on wheels. One's best friend in the heat of a firefight. Doman, the basic combat drone. I really should do at least once. Drone control 5 for these things because they're class A. Let's do class B. That would be 3, 7. Let's do both. Actually, let's do one. Robodoc. Confirm. How do I equip the drone? I need to make space somewhere, right? Oh, they take up a... They take up a weapon slot. Do I have a better deck? No. I wonder what I can do to increase that. Is there a... So I have... stupid. I have space for... I'm able to equip 2 drones, but I cannot equip 1. You want to sell me guns, but you also do outfits. Show me your money. Show me you have outfits. Light security armor. Secure tech. Quickness. Strength and HP. Battery rapid transit light. Runners in the go. Breathable fabric. That's dodge and move speed. Quickness speed. I look at me. Alright, it doesn't tell me. Alright. In which case, I will just do this. Go to a stash somewhere. You have drugs. That's what you are. Let's go indoors. And then we will... No, don't give him his drone. Can I have your drone? Blitz looks up from your approach. The table beside him is littered with cigarette butts. A data jack cable dangles from a portable terminal set up outside. Hey Chief, need something? Now that you're settled in, just checking in, done alright. Catch you later, Blitz. I don't want you. I want my stash. Stash. I'm going to get rid of the Uzi and replace it with the Robodoc. Let's try that. Although I feel like I should want a Doan instead, but might be able to fiddle it around depending on what the mission requires. I have upgrades. Who has upgrades? Oh, they all have an upgrade. You, battle armor, nerve spear. Flushes them from cover. I do like the side of that. No, you don't have an upgrade. Got more. Okay, you do have an upgrade. 5. You. I've been using her as like a super melee, so we'll keep her to do melee stuff. Movement skills decking, movement skills ESP control. Let's give him decking. Let's see if I can still do this mission for the Dodger, or it's like a one-time offer situation. Yeah, go in. Oh, the little drone follows me around. Hey friend, got a job for me? Got a job for me? What did you want to discuss? Business, I have a job for you. Okay. Good enough for me. Good. Let's go to enterprise tax. Go on. Just how was your name standard? What did they accuse you of? Besides, what didn't they? Theft, medical malpractice, the sale of stolen goods. Other more colourful accusations that do not bear repeating. But that was then, and this is now. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that, of course. I also moved here to be close to the library I funded. Uh-huh, sure. Alright, let's have compensation. Uh-huh. Alright, Doug, I mean... It's the facility you're looking for is the former laboratory of Shadowrun Bioscience. Take the U-Bahn to Adenauer Platz, and you're sure to find it. Best of luck. It's me, I don't know some stuff around. The laptop I used as a stream preview was out of battery. Okie dokie, let's go do that. Maybe this time I'll be better at it. It just says get going. Get going. We don't really need top up or anything more because nothing's happened since last time. Maybe I look at the jobs online instead of doing this, but we'll do this for now. Board the train! Where would you like to travel? Assemble the team and travel to Adenauer Platz. So I would like... Glory? Glory? Like Iger? I don't do Shaman. Just because this is basically the team I always roll with. Human Mercenary, Decker, Rigger, Pugilist, Street Shaman. Apparently, if you do these guys enough, they might, if you pay people enough, they might just join your crew straight up and they'll be available to you later. But so far, I've just been using the crew that I already have. Is that it? Do I want this? I think so. Confirm. Go, go, go. Corporate loyalty. That's right. Pay them a bit of money, they'll stay forever. Pay them a lot of money, they'll stay for a short amount of time. Lockdown. Always keep them begging for more, right? That's what that one means. The ride to Adenauer Platz is a dismal one. Your only company on the train is an elderly dwarf in a ragged peacoat. He spends most of his time muttering to himself. When the train rattles to a stop, he slowly rises from his perch and begins to hobble towards the door. The station itself isn't much different. An old, broken-down thing at the end of its useful life, feebly tottering towards obsolescence. This area of Berlin has clearly seen better days. A window of light shines down from the surface, and even that looks stale. Slowly, you begin to climb. Or, if you keep the minimum wage down, you don't even have to pay them that much. tell me to equip. I don't need to equip anything else. I pre-equip. That's why we did the pre-equip stuff, right? I guess there's a difference between giving this stuff, people stuff at the beginning versus at the end. Hey, you want... Actually, you get in their face. Let's give you a shotgun. You will have the trauma kit to revive me. And pistol, I guess. Diedrich, you have elementals. Let's actually give you heals. Cannot give you heals. Oh, you have a heal cost anyway. Give you a hyper. And a couple grenades. Cool. The streets above the Adenauer Platz are dark and dismal. The Keys has seen better days. Everything here reeks of economic depression and faded glory. Looming above you is a fortress-like, seemingly impregnable facility. The windows have been shuttered with enormous steel panels, lending the entire building a sinister appearance. That's our target. Subtle in bioscience. I wonder what's happened there. I forgot that's her voice. Her voice is this. I might still be happening, for all that we know. That's a cheerful thought. Come on, boss. Let's get this over with. Alright. Let's run around, see if there's anybody outside that can tell us what's going on here. Maybe that guy in the pea coat tottering into obsolescence as the game was alluding. It's kind of a rude thing to say from the game. The only person on the train with you is this old man in a pea coat. The town is not much different, tottering into obsolescence. Wow! Okay, okay. There's a front door. Let's have a look at the front door. The door is sealed tight. Dirt, dust, and grime have caked around the corners. It's clear no one has been through here in many months. A pea coat. What? No. How would you... I can see that other tricycle door placed in the bottom of the frame. How would you make a pea coat? But also, like, he is in pea and ham soup, right? Discarded tires. The pile of trash is steaming. Fetid waves of stench wash over you as you draw near. Ye gods, that's rank. I'll stay back here if you don't mind. I have better things to do than dig through a pile of decomposing trash. It might not be decomposition. That steam could be coming from a greater event under the pile. Move the trash aside. Sus. Jack in, but let's see what these guys have to say. Hey friends, do you want to tell me what's going on here? Nope. I mean, they can still be around. The only thing I have to do is wear them. Is it that easy? Jack in. So we can jack out. Me, I'm the decker. Let me do it. Right? I'm now in action mode. Ah, idiot. End. Select the decker to do it. You. Ooh, control mode. Why can't I, what have I done? Jacket, okay. It just puts you into combat mode just in case something happens while you're inside. It kind of preps you. Probably means I should have people... glory. I want to make the assumption people will come out that way. So you come close. You being a sniper, come here. You also like being away from stuff. Let's have you here. Where there is no cover. Sure. And then I'll jack in. Okay, dokie. I'll take the erosion and the medic. I completely forgot the mechanics of this, by the way, just so we're all aware. Confirm. I'm in. I think the idea is I have to kill all the ICs before this increases. Knows yourself, erodes integrity points of IC. Right, and then you are... No, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Oh, that was nice. I didn't want you to run, I wanted you to tell me what it was. Okay, so I have to kill all the IC. Before this gets to full, I think is basically it. Heals yourself, target. What are you? Oh, this is the... That's that, okay. Well, it's a good thing everyone's missing. Then I have to run because that takes 2 charges. I need more programs if I want to be doing this. Oops. You know what I kind of need to buy? So let's hide here. And then I can't do anything. Heal yourself or friendly target. I don't need to heal, so I'll end. I am woefully... I mean, keep an eye on your, like, second-hand stores, I guess. St. Vincent de Paul's? Is that what you guys have here? That's like the second-hand store that I'm familiar with. Oh boy. Not good. Basically, it's string around the rosy until I kill him. One... Oh, wait. I want to stay here. Can I come through here? I can. Not sure if I wanted to, though. Do these guys know how to go through that doorway? Maybe not. Shield all damage minus 25. Okay. So let's get rid of the healer. I'm not prepared for this. We'll stay in place. Oh, I missed. He has shield. You are burning. IP 25 per round. It's at 50. So let's burn this IC. How many rounds does it have left? It doesn't tell you. So 2 rounds you'll be down. You have... Let's start letting you down. And then run away. Tag, you're it. So he'll take 25 per round. This guy is not still burning, is he? He's not still burning! Why did it... Damn it. That's a 50 IP damage. Why did that take 50? Oh, vulnerable to incoming damage. Yikes. You're no longer burning. You are burning, you have 50. I guess this means you don't have any more rounds left. Shield all incoming damage on minus 25. This does how much damage? 50. So it'll be half his health and then the burn will kill him. Then I'll run over here. Don't necessarily need a run if he's gonna die, like I guess he will. Good, he die. How are we looking? We're looking fine. So I'm gonna run over here again because I need to run around the rows to him. He's done buffs elsewhere. And now he'll be 50, so they should be fine. Close. Gonna zap him. And he's gone. Can I do anything over here? Now I have to come back over here to get rid of these guys. Hello? Guys, I can't move anywhere. Why can I not click? I end my turn. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, it's decided to end my turn. Cool, thank you. It's a bit weird, but we're fine. We're still in it. Actually, I might be able to zap him from here. No. Let's hide here. You. You have 225. Scary. I end my turn. There is some kind of clicky bits which are not super reliable. So review. And we end our turn. Okay, having more programs is gonna do me a lot of good. Okay, got rid of the healer. I did check his health, so he takes 50 damage. He'll need another one. What the fuck? Ooh, I was not hiding properly. I was getting too cocky. There's another round of minus 25. So let me actually break line of sight and come over here and heal myself. You have 25, so you will die in this next beam. As long as I don't miss. Huh? Line of sight blood. Okay. I need to move within line of sight. Man, if that ate 2 of my action points and then it was their turn and then beam me again. 50 points, he dead. Cool. It's just these dudes now. I end my turn. And now I have to run to them again. As I wasn't sure how this all worked, but now I've got a better idea. Ooh. You have 50 health, so beam you, you should die. You are in full health. I don't have anything, so what I'll do is I'll run through the gate. End of my turn. You can't do anything, and then I'll come back through. Oh, I guess I actually have to walk over here. Now I'll take me back through the gate. Thank you. Take 1 turn to see you. Beam you. Tag, you're it. Why did that take all my turns? Ooh. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna run back through. Let them have their turn. Actually, stand over here, let them have their turn. Come back through. It's 1, 2. Oh, I know, I hate because coming through is 1. And then I moved up closer. E. That's how the cookie crumbles. Right? Settlement front door is unlocked. So I could have just gotten the muscle to do that, but I guess I hacked it open. Is that it? Now I just have to leave? Back the way I came in? Every move is taking this up, by the way. Check out. Not enough AP to go that far. Gamer. Alright, game. Thanks for waiting. I should put them on Overwatch if I thought it was actually going to have people come in. Open door, open door. Open door. Oh boy. Camera. Let's go away from the camera. Camera, never mind. Choices left or right. Scientific terminal. The terminal appears to contain an inventory control system for Subtleland Biosciences merchandise. The items are spelled out in amber lettering. Excuse me. The items are spelled out in amber lettering against a solid black background, much like this text. A glowing cursor awaits your input. Subtleland Bioscience product and specimen inventory. Org-Chem-Wing 3, Executive Wing, Animal Testing Wing, Special Products. Contract fulfillment, replication, fabrication, breakdown, initial. Alright, we're about to get some lore. This entrance provides a complete breakdown of the standard organs that are being grown in the organic chemistry wing of the Subtleland Bioscience. It seems that the lab was outfitted with a capacity to mass produce vat-grown metahuman organs, including hearts, kidneys, livers, lungs. This material will then be used for testing purposes. Breakdown and analysis. This entry contains a complete log of studies performed by Subtleland employees on the products of competing biotech companies. Bioware samples provided by Universal Omnitech Shiawase, Proteus AG, and Biogene have all gone under the knife here, and the results of each dissection have been meticulously recorded. Replication, fabrication. This entry contains notes on Sutherland's attempts to replicate products that it had previously dissected and studied. According to the information here, Sutherland had achieved a shocking level of success at producing generic versions of a wide variety of commercial and restricted BioWare products. These knockoff products were commissioned by an outside investor and had been moved into cold storage in the executive wing, pending transport. This entry contains a complete breakdown of the organs waiting in cold storage to be claimed by clients and investors. Scanning over the list, you see a number of high-end security enhancements in inventory. BioWare like this would normally run tens of thousands of new. If this was what Ezekiel was commissioning Sutherland to produce, he could undercut all of his competitors and still make ungodly profit. Black market organs. Name brand black market organs. Pirated organs, basically. Special projects. This entry details a number of projects that involve invasive testing on awakened animals. There are listings for numbers of hellhounds, including their complete medical histories. It appears that most of the experimental procedures listed were performed on a subject named Billy. But who or what Billy might be has been left undisclosed. Oh good, hellhounds! Surely we're not going to be fighting a hellhound. Alright, so that's what that terminal was. What's the terminal over here? Another entrance over here. There's a table. Wait, wasn't there a terminal there? Oh, it was just the table. Observation terminal. The terminal governs animal testing wing of Sutherland Bioscience. Data entries concerning animal test subjects and the procedures performed upon them fill the menu screen. Sutherland Bioscience. Animal testing observation terminal. Hellhound testing protocols. B. Basilisk testing protocols. Let's have a look at the hellhounds. This entry contains notes on a variety of invasive test procedures that were performed on a kennel of hellhound test subjects. There are several memos appended to the file. Apparently, the scientists working in the animal testing wing were less convinced that working with dangerous fire-breathing animals would yield useful results than the executives were. I wonder. Basilisk testing protocols. This entry covers the various forms of experimentation and testing performed in Sutherland's prized possession, a rare albino basilisk acquired from an exotic animals dealer in Portugal. It appears that the basilisk was being used as the primary focus of a passion project at Sutherland, an attempt to create a magically active piece of BioWare. Why the executives in charge of the project felt that a basilisk would make an appropriate test subject is not clarified. The list of procedures performed on the creature is extensive, including a series of unanesthetized. I can say this word, I swear. Anesthetic. It's easy. Unanesthetized thoracic surgeries. Okay. So I have a basilisk and I'm cutting open its belly to see what was inside without the goodies of anesthetics. Let's go through this door. I think this will probably go towards the executive suites, right? Okay, going to the same room. Nice. There's a ladder going down and a bunch of locked doors. Observation panel. Testing room. Can we open these doors? Keycard panel. I need decking! But I've got a deck! Why didn't I upgrade the deck and insert the drone control, even though I'm only using the one... If but spies maybes. The door is locked by a high-tech maglock with a swipe key access system. But the status screen indicates that the lock has been overridden by a local computer on the network. Walk away. Find the computer, we can unlock the doors. Okay, classic. Another deal. Oh, this is executive. The door is hermetically sealed. Months of disuse have left it covered in a thick coat of dust. A simple swipe key access system has been mounted into the door frame. Block letters on the system's case read executive clearance only. So that's the Zek suite. There is a computer which has turned everything off, so I'm guessing the people panicked and locked down the area manually. Key code clearance level B. Alright, so find the computer, unlock this door, probably then unlock this door, then probably then undo that. Only way forward is to climb down. Oh, sewers. We love sewers. Anything in here? Goodies? No goodies. What I'm hoping to find is pay data, because I think that's what will actually get us most money out of these trips, out of these things. What is this? Oh, just 57 yuan found in the ground. I'll take that as well, you know? So ladder over here. There's a crate to open. A ladder. Oh, it's a maze game. Cool, fun. Clearance B panel. Maglock requires clearance B. Can't go forward. I can see into here. Any sneaky entrances? Nope. So we're going up the ladder. If it was a first-person game, I would definitely be crouch jumping at the hole to see if I can slip through. So if I remember, we've gone up this ladder down here somewhere to the right of the screen. Should be the ladder into where that box was. Unauthorized access detected. Priming weapon systems for pacification. Okay, Glory, I would like you to do nothing. Anger, I would like you to come back here. That wasted all of Iger's things. I will come here. And we will control the drone. Can it attack? Can attack. It has a mortar. Mortis. And it has 2 moves. So let's have it come here. Beside Igo? Or is that a 1-person area? I think that might be a 1-person area. And then can I tell you to launch the mortar? What is decking? In Australian vernacular, it's when you punch someone and they fall to the floor, fall to the deck. But in the game, decking is that one you knew. I figured you might. Basically, you know the 90s Power Glove, where it's just the Power Glove with a control system on your arm. It's kind of similar to that, and you're using this deck, and it has like a supercomputer that you use to interface with panels that you can use to actually control things with. That's how I was hacking into the other system, as I was using the deck. It's basically how they hack into systems is by using this supercomputer. But in this game, instead of it being like that, it is just a deck. Could be. Maybe after there's also Decker from the other Cyberpunk. Oh, there's a drone over here too. Oops. I wanted to rewatch it recently, actually. Oh, I have the visuals of it in my brain, but I can't remember the name of the dang thing. Adrenal pump? No, let's just have you shoot, because there's a lot out here. Can we reach you? Might cover 48%, 39%. Let's have you shoot here. It's a shotgun. I forgot. And Dietrich, let's have you summon in, probably don't actually want you to summon a fetish. Let's do electrocore here. Oof. I feel like I should probably not be as close. And then Glory should be closer because she has the shotgun. Line of sight because it's the doorway. You're gonna treat that, but it's still pretty far. Iger, let's have you use your sniper. Let's get rid of your armor. What am I? Who am I controlling? You. That soldier boy. Blade Runner. Yes, thank you very much. Boy, can't believe. Actually, yeah, let's have you reload. My range of attack is here. Line of sight blocked, so it can't do that. Maybe I should have him come closer. Dietrich, you will use... Can I hit anything? Nope. You'll actually do nothing. Let's have you stand overwatch here. Ow. Hell yeah. Not hell yeah. Very not hell yeah. I take it back. Glory. Take out these. Let me... give me another action point real quick. Then we are going to... We have 2 action points. Let's do bleed and strip armor, but you're a drone. I don't know if you'll bleed. Yeah, you are immune. But the important thing was stripping the armor. And then we will do... This is armor followed by a kick. Adjacent 9. Action point damage. Please do action point damage. Probably should have actually used a shotgun or something. Yeah, shoot it. You not doing anything. It's a shotgun. I kind of don't want to use a shotgun here though. Let's keep you doing that. Dietrich, let's have you do this. And throw a knife, I guess. 1 AP damage reduces HP by 3. Hit pins the target, rendering them unable to move. But is that like completely skipped? Let's see if I can remove the AP. Ah, I missed, damn it. Is this an AoE? Yes, it is a 3-point AoE. Nice, good shot. Nice, good shot. I guess throwing mortars at flying things is probably not ideal. Oh, it's already... That's what the Z's are. He's asleep, he's not moving. Alright, so we'll shoot him. I'm low in AP, that's what's happened. We will do basic hand swipe that does 9 damage to you. Nice. Then we'll change to your shotgun. Actually, do you have heals? I might use you to heal me. Not arrive, but let me have you heal me. But I'm still just gonna be standing on the road here. Kind of need to reposition to hit you, don't I? Line of sight blocked, yeah. Don't want to use a grenade, it's not really necessary. Let me reposition here then. Try again. I'll snipe him. Still blocked. Oh, maybe I should have stayed where I was and... Dietrich, you do not have line of sight. Will stand here, but I don't think he's gonna come any closer. So, minor damage unbalances the target, making them easy to hit. Target is also flushed from cover. Aim to opening hit, rendering them unable to move for 2 turns. Faces up to 4 armor. So let's give this a go. Let's turn off Overwatch. Let's have you move to the side and pin him. Then we will throw a salvo. Nice. And then reload. So we get the free shot off. I'll take my shots off. Glory. You will bomb rush him. Maybe not bomb rushing them, to be honest. Alright, I think you probably wanted to be doing... Come here. This is not very well done. Not a very well done thing at all. Overwatch this way is probably not ideal. Dietrich, what do you have for me? Accuracy, high AP damage, reduced accuracy. Hit him, nice. And then let's zap him. And that skipped his turn, did it? No. It's AoE, of course, it's AoE. Glory, can I move you? Cannot move you. The schedule had trouble finding back to stream screen for 2 minutes with just a disembodied voice. Chat does not really scream. This is the streams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a good thing I'm annotating everything out loud. It says it's AoE, so how is it missing? It'd be nice if your Overwatch triggered fast, but it's alright. Thank you for your Overwatch, Aiga. Let me see who's hurt, who's doing what. We are 50 of 61, 75, 78, 50, 60. Only I'm damaged. Cool. I'm not on a heal. I should be fine. Locked door. Oh. Hello? This security computer governs the locks on the door leading back into the main lab. If you wanted to, you could unlock the door remotely from here. Let's have a look around what else is here first. A wild-eyed young man in a tattered lab coat confronts you. His beard is bushy and unkempt, but bare patches of skin show through. You there! Who are you? He stalks towards you, his hands twitching. How dare you enter my domain? If you wanted to keep breathing, you better back down. Back down? Back down? You have invaded my home, dwarfling. My peasantry lies dead at your hands. As a matter of honor, I must confront you. Dietrich mutters under his breath. You were alive when he was... You're a murderer! A monster! You will pay! Hold up. Who are you? I am Philip Rex, the Night King of Subtle Bioscience. I will have you banished for your transgressions, dwarfling. Banished to the underworld and left to ravages of all the powerful... banished to the underworld and left to the ravages of the all-powerful Billy. He pauses, blinking. Hold still while I fetch the robots that will banish you. So Billy being the hellhound that was being... one of the hellhounds being tested on. So down there, Night King, what are you talking about? Your peasants opened fire on me, I destroyed them in self-defense. I think we got off on the wrong foot here. So down, Night King, what are you talking about? I am the sovereign ruler of this building, now and forever. It puffs up his chest even further. By right of succession, the former laboratories of subtle bioscience belong to me. Succession? Who died? His eyes bulge. Everybody. Everyone but me. Once, I shared authority with another, my dear friend Heine. Our Doomvirate led this building into a golden age. Together, we liberated the animal testing labs and annexed them into our territory. But then Heine got to be eaten by Billy, and the burden of leadership fell onto my shoulders. I did my best to make life good for the peasantry. I scrubbed their plastic cases on a daily basis, and I crooned pleasing melodies to ease their troubled minds. But those days are over now. My peasants are dead, and you destroyed something beautiful. Alright, sire. Sorry about your peasants, but I'm on an important quest. The grief on his face instantly vanishes. What places it looks like curiosity. Oh? Well, that changes everything. Perilous quests and civilian casualties go together like chocolate and peanut butter. You can't stay mad at you for long. I can't stay mad at you for that. Rah, rah, rah. Don't try and autocomplete the sentence without. Tell me about this quest of yours, good dwarfling. Leave nothing to the imagination. He leans forward, smiling. You have my rapt attention. I need to get my hands on the BioWare prototypes that are being stored in the executive wing. His eyes go wide. The executive wing? Madness. Take this as a warning, young stranger. If you intend to forge your way into that land of milk and honey, you do so at your own peril. The underworld stands between you and your goal, and the underworld is home to the murderous Billy. I think I ran into this Billy. Oh, it wasn't the Hellhound, it was the Basilisk. I think I read about this Billy. He was Sutherland's albino basilisk, right? Was is right. Now he's so much more. A creature of legend. Years of experimentation have remade this beast into the ultimate killing machine. He's smarter than 10 men and 5 times as deadly. If this Billy is standing my way, I guess I'll have to kill him. He snorts. A fool's errand. Heiner tried to kill Billy once. He thought that by eating the beast, we could steal its power. Hubris. Billy devoured my friend for his insolence, and the last remaining copy of Keycard E was lost. He was a beautiful fuel, that Heiner. I told him that we didn't need to eat Billy, that we could survive indefinitely on synthesized cardiac tissue and choco knobs. But he wouldn't listen. The Keycard E was lost, and without it, I can no longer access Executive Wing and its expansive snack bar. I have eaten nothing but vat-grown metahuman organs for a year and a half, stranger. I would kill for a choco knob. I think I've heard all that I need to about Billy. Just tell me how to get into the Executive Wing. Very well, stranger. You cannot be dissuaded. I will help you. The ragged lab tech fishes into his coat pocket with a bony hand and produces a thin slip of plastic. He presents it to you with a flourish. This is my most prized possession. The incomparable Keycard B. Using this, you can descend into the underworld and face Billy. If you should survive the encounter, search for the long-missing Keycard E. Use it to reopen the Executive Wing, and I will see to it that you are richly rewarded. Sweet. It's in this room. This is... Oh, no, I see now. This is the entrance. Apparently there was 66 UN in this testing tube thing. Don't know if it's a test tube, but it's a... This is an observation room for something. And I have no qualms in opening the entrance. Unlock the door. And that's it. The Executive E for the Executive Panel. This is clearance B. That I have the keycard for. Right, and that's where that box was. That was in here. Before we do that, let's keep walking. Let's see what's over here. Behind him. Some drones. We got plenty of drones, my guy. What are you worried about? Surveillance terminal. It looks like this media setup is wired into the building's security systems. Video feeds from cameras all over the facility can be viewed here. Search the video archive. Paging through the computer's file system, you find a number of archived video feeds from the building's surveillance system. In addition, episodes 1 through 6 of old Slovakian period fantasy series called Night Kings of Lightninghold have been saved onto the machine's desktop. I've heard of that machine. It's supposed to be horrible, I mean, really, really bad. Never watched it myself, but I hear that it made Neil the York Barbarian look like high art. Watch the security, dated 18 months ago. As the video feed kicks in, Philip is engaged in an animated discussion with someone who's standing just outside the camera. You can see his shoes and his shadow, but nothing else. The voice sounds human. You'll guess that his off-camera speaker is a man in his early 20s. Pretty good from just a voice. Look, I survived this long. If you play our cards right and do a proper bit of rationing, I reckon that we could live off the executive snack bar for a long time to come. LSD? What are you doing on an LSD? We have plenty of fat and sugar. We'll have plenty of fat and sugar. Those won't be a problem. We've got mixed nuts for protein. And we can get our vitamins and minerals from diet bars. There aren't many of those, but like I said, we'll ration. Well, I'd be willing to bet that we can hold out for 2 to 3 months on what's stashed away in that snack bar. We're sure to be rescued before we run dry. You're fooling yourself, man. Ignoring an unpleasant truth rather than facing it. We have to accept the fact that we could be stuck in here for the long haul. These snacks are great and all. They can't be our staple food stuff. We need to stretch them out as far as humanly possible. That means supplementing them with something more substantial. The zone pause. You don't mean... Look, just think of it like farming, right? If we look after our crops, we'll always have food to eat. We have enough supplies on hand to keep the tissue cultures in the Chem ring growing indefinitely. What I'm talking about is growing meat for our own survival. That's all it is. Metahuman meat, Phil. Synthetic hearts and livers and kidneys grown to be implanted into people like you and me. You're talking about eating people parts. It's fucking disgusting. I won't do it. Unless you fancy dying of malnutrition, you're gonna have to. You know that as well as I do. Organ meats are rich in vitamins and minerals. Choline, CoQ10, vitamin D, bioavailable iron, all things that we're going to need if we want to survive for the long term. You won't find much vitamin D in licorice sticks and chocolate knobs. Hello, Catham. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the lurk. You're talking like they're never going to rescue us. We're in Berlin, Heiner. What they? Who do you think is coming? We need to be prepared to survive here for the long term. Maybe years. And that means making the most of the resources at our disposal. You're talking about resorting to cannibalism, man. No, I'm talking about eating meat. The video feed flickers and winks out. You find yourself deposited back in the main menu. So look at 14 months ago. So that was the recording from 18 months. We're at 14 months now. An image flickers into frame. Philip, leaning against the wall, listlessly chewing on an unidentifiable hunk of cooked meat. He looks miserable. A drone comes to inspect him, and he pushes it away. Heiner's voice crackles over the intercom. Philip does look up. I'm going now, Phil. No more arguments, okay? There's a long pause. In lieu of responding, Philip takes another bite of meat and gnashes at it with his teeth. I'll kill that fucking thing, you'll see. The goddamn basilisk is going down. Once we can get down into the sewers again, we might be able to find a way out. This is our chance, Philip. Wish me luck. Philip says nothing. The video continues to play for a time, then cuts to static. Watched 11 months ago. The video feed flickers onto the screen. In it, you find Philip standing in the corner of the room that you're in now. He looks haggard, exhausted, and he carries a haunted look in his eyes. Heiner is notably absent. Cheap synthesized music pipes in from somewhere off screen. Philip turns to stare in the direction that the music came from. A smooth baritone voice sings out a phrase in Slovak. A half second later, a different voice shouts the translation in German. Night Kings of Lightning Hold. Good period piece music here. Philip stares glassy-eyed as the show begins. The synthesized music blares. A deep, trollish voice rumbles out of the media center speakers. I, Titanus Rex, will defend my realm. I do so swear it before my magic sword. Argonar, this I do swear. Elf actress. Why is it in quotation marks? An alarmingly breathy elvish voice sings out in response. Titanus, the Jubathon hordes will smite of you if you stay. The people in that valley are only peasants. You needn't throw your life away for them. Leave with me into the enchanted wood of Tralashin. Please make this stop. Troll actor. My life is sworn to protect those peasants, she-elf. Run back to your enchanted trees if you will, but I, Night King, will never flee. But Titanus, her elf voice comes out in a lilting wail. You cannot die. I love you. Then go to your father and beseech him to rally his elf troops southward. For if Titanus Rex falls, Lightning Hold will fall, and Lightning Hold will not fall. This is actually kind of fun. I should do all my voices like this. The troll drones on, audibly struggling to emote and occasionally tripping over his lines. Just like me! Struggling to emote and occasionally trip. Even the line right... Yeah. Overall, the acting quality is roughly on par with what you'd expect from a primary school Christmas pageant. Just like the video I did in primary school. Man, it's all coming together. Philip stares at the screen, listlessly chewing his meat. Yeah? His nose is wrinkled and distasteful, and his fists clench and unclench. Mercifully, the video feed cuts to static. Watch the feed from 8 months ago. The screen flickers, and a video feed of Philip pops onto the screen. He's standing in the corner, watching an episode of Night Kings of Lightning Hold. His jaw hangs slack, and he stares at the screen in rapt attention. Elf actress. But the father, Titanus Rex, is risking his life, nay, his very soul, to defend Lightning Hold from the Jubathons. Jubathons? Jubathons. Oh, Jubathons. That sounds safer. His enchanted sword, Argonar, feeds upon his honor and bravery, and he seeks to transform him with a noble Night King into an evil demon lord. Philip's lips move silently, mouthing the words as they are spoken. Evidently, he has committed the entire script to memory. Far out. Elderly sounding elf actor. My darling daughter, that is why I cannot send my troops. Your beloved Titanus Rex walks the knife's edge between light and darkness every time he draws that devil blade from its scabbard. It's long past time that you learned the truth about me. Fuck. It's long past time that you learned the truth about me, Brenathe. I was the one who trapped the demon lord Karabok within that blade. Elf actress. The breathy actress lets out a sharp gasp. Phil mimes the motion of the tear begins to trace its way down his cheek. But father, you can't mean... Yes, my daughter. I was the one they called Thunder Spear, the sworn enemy of Titanus Rex's people. Titonius Rex's people. the Hunger Barbarian tribe. Then all of this is your fault. The Shubbathons, the threat of my beloved soul, all of it. It was the only way to... I was born in the dark. It was the only way to save Charlasheen, my darling daughter. Charlasheen and your mother, whom I hid away when you were but a girl. She's still alive, Brenathay. A security drone floats to inspect Philip. Idly, he reaches out against the stroker's casing, petting it as if it was a house cat. The video feed flickers and sputters out, and you find yourself back in the main menu. And today? The screen flickers and Philip appears on the screen. He appears to be dancing with one of the security drones. The little machine weaves and bobs frantically to avoid colliding with him, and with every motion the lab tech slides in to fill the empty space. Around and around they go, twirling and writhing across the laboratory floor. There is an enormous smile on Philip's face. Then the lights go dim, and an alarm begins to sound. Danger! Danger! Intruder alert! Security protocols engaged. I admire your bravery, noble vassal. Philip rests his hand on top of the little drone. But this is my fight. I, Philip Rex, will defend this land with my life. Indeed, with my very soul. Sir, please clear the area. Hostiles inbound. No, noble spirit, it is you who must. I repeat, clear the area. Hostiles inbound. He nods slowly, his face beaming with pride. Maybe you're right. I am already a Night King. Perhaps this is your time to shine. I will not rob you of this moment, glory. I will allow you your moment in the sun, and when you return victorious, I will grant you lands and titles to reward your heroism. Please clear the area. Philip turns and steps out of the camera range. The drone is joined by two others, and which wait in a holding position facing the camera. Breaks and static video cuts off. Wow. Sorry I killed your friends, Mr. Drone. I'm guessing this is where the food is grown, but we don't get any. Or is that what these rooms are? Oh, that was what? 20 minutes of bad acting. Prepare for the rest of the hour of bad acting. We're downstairs. Ooh, we don't go downstairs. I take it back. I'm sorry. What are you? Pick up. Advanced medikit. The advanced medikit heals you or any other team member, consumed when used. Oh, well, in which case I will leave the item alone. Firm. And then I will heal myself. Using none of these. Cyberware? No. Glory. Use. Activate. Undid the confirm. Oh, I can't control glory, so I don't know if I can. I don't want to send to stash. I want to go to somebody else. Be a lot more. What's the boss called? No, it's right. When you said that you were in a full guild chat, I figured you were going to be multitasking. Enjoy the boss rush. Leave this item alone. Confirm. Can I give an item to Glory myself so that I can pick it up? Because I don't want it to go to stash. I have inventory space available to pick things up from. Can I just control? I can't shift things around. That's kind of frustrating. Like, I have inventory space, why can't I tell Glory to pick it up? Have I forgotten controls? Is there a handy dandy change player thing. Nope. Well, I guess it goes to my stash. Or I replace my trouble kit with it. This is the flashback. Oh, no. It's a locked safe. The safe is locked with a similar key swipe to the door panels. Swipe clearance B. Safe chirps and the door swings open. Mission item added. Schematic. Auto injector bliss. Ooh. Oh, that's right. I have to go back in there. So key card. We're in. Grab some water real quickly. Don't mind me. Let's go. Ooh, hello. Ooh, boy. Oh boy. I found Billy. It only has 100 health. Okay, and doesn't have any shields. You have 50. You have 50. Right. Let me go to control mode. Should let me back up. Yes, and that's Basilisk apparently. I would have figured a Basilisk is more of a slithery thing, but that might just be because Harry Potter is skewed in my brain. This is 12, and I can only see one, so let's see. Shoot. Ow. Nice, you missed. Kapow. Let's have you... sure, you can take the brunt. Cool, you missed twice. Love to see it. Glory. Let's have you... just run in. You do have armor, so you're gonna run in. And you're gonna... I forgot to do AP up. Steady shot, aim shot. Don't need you to do that, so I will have you just take the aim shot. I take a less aim shot. Oh, okay. Dietrich, here I'm gonna have you summon a fire elemental fetish here, who is going to throw fire at the Hellhound. Nice, it's drawing the aggro. And then Dietrich want you to Nerve Bolt. Should tell it to run. Basilisk is coming. Wow, okay, so it is a Basilisk in the sense of paralyzing. And it appears to have burned my guy. So he's dead. Inferno? Let's roll for 4 action points. Nice. So you will do... Targets takes ongoing 10 damage, it does 10 damage. Modifier control the target. Let's do blind to Billy. And then Inferno on Billy. I'm going to reposition. I cannot reposition while I'm controlling. Well, I only have 1 action point while I'm controlling. Okay, so I'm gonna stay here. Might reposition here so I get the angle there. Right, Iger, you need to come here. That takes your 2 points though. You move with 1 point and then move into the room. So I'm gonna have you actually move back here. Dietrich, you can throw Lady Distraction at Billy. No, because I need you to move. You need to move to do that. Oh, because you're suddenly you only have 1 access point. Alright, let's have you here. Let's have you shoot. Concussion. Concussive Blast. Kind of a waste given Billy's blinded and can't do anything anyway, but... Oh boy. There's Hellhounds behind us. That's not great. Blinded for 1 is burning. Inferno, roll for 4 action points. I'll do the same thing again, do Inferno. And you missed. Friend, please. Right, well, you're just gonna have to Overwatch here then. How many moves do you have? 1. Overwatch that. Did the you are going to Overwatch here. Dietrich, you are going to Overwatch here. Iger, you are going to Sabo Billy, and hopefully you don't actually let's move Glory out of the way first. Glory is still stunned. You have another move to move, right? Iger, hopefully you don't shoot Glory in the back of the head. Cool. Combat drone. Missed. The dude's not moving. Why are people missing? And then reload. And he's woken up. Oh boy. Okay. Dietrich, let's see you pin the Hellhound because it's a melee. Nice. Now we'll just take a pot shot at him. Glory, you can move now. so let's actually have you get your bonus action point. You won't get it this time, but you'll have 2 now. Slash followed by a kick. Pierces 1 armor, made you AP damage. Strips 2 armor, I can remove more armor. You won't be able to run away. So we'll do 1 armor. Nice. Well, that did use all your tongues, had to move, didn't you? Let's take your steady shot. Drone. Missed. 7. Cool. Roll for control. Let's have you blind Billy again. You missed. Let's just have you do flamethrower then. And again. Which you can't do. So we do normal. Let's line of sight plunge. Normal. Hey, got a critical. Oh, but the burn didn't kill him. Hey, but I missed. Who are you paralyzing? Hey, you can't paralyze the fetish. Nice. Can't paralyze. Oh, there's not a melee. Can't paralyze the fetish, the fire fetish, because it's immune. But can set him on fire, even though he's a fire. Nice. Glory. Eviscerate. Start swiping. Then I would like you to do that. And then get out of the way. And you, I'd like to have shoot. Oh, crit, nice. You'd have to reload that, so why don't you use a pistol? It's a bit farther. 20%. And she hits and kills, man. God, Iger's good. Hellhound. Ooh, shoot the Hellhound. Iger, that's at your knees. You missed. Hellhound. Pop it. Okay, this drone cannot hit for shit. It's a 33%, even though it's a medium range. The only guys in the open. You're probably not going to hit that, so let's do Overwatch. Dietrich. Let's have you nerve bolt him. Okay, man. Alright, let's pick up our goodies. Got the executive key card. Sorry we had to kill Billy. Oh, that was it. Right. Indeed was it. Let's go up. Let's get paid. I did. We did it. There was no option to pick him up. I'm sorry. He lurches towards you with a start. You're back. Is Billy dead? Have you retrieved the long-lost keycard E? Yeah, I've got it. But there's something I want to talk to you about first. Very well. I'll ask you questions, but hurry! His eyes bulge. I want those snacks. Look, I didn't get the option to. Literally, as soon as I ran into the room, he went all grrrg. Not my fault. You want to know about the prototype Bioware? No shocks. It's Bioware. Pretty standard stuff. Paint editors, trauma dampers, ortho skin, things like that. And all of it was reverse engineered from existing Bioware products, right? I read up on Sutherland's process. Yeah, that's right. Knockoffs. Dangerous work. Illegal in most places, but not here in Berlin. Our investor needed it that way. I guess that's why Escobar didn't hire a company in Spain. Nods eagerly. Yes, too risky. Here in Berlin, no problems with the law, because there is no law. Just have to be careful. Well, for not now, though. Our copies were good, just like the real thing, but who cares? It's all meat in the end. If you won't miss that, meat, I'll take it off your hands. Yes, give me your meat. Go right ahead. Fill your pockets. Take whatever you like. I, on the other hand, will avail myself of the snack bar. Huh? Tell me about your... What caused the lockdown? A calamitous series of events. It began with a spilled cup of soy calf, and ended in terror and blood. We fall silent. Long awkward pause. Someone spilled soy calf? That's it? Well, no, naturally. The inevitable results of such an incident followed the spill. He glanced confusedly. Do you want me to spell it out for you? Yes, that wasn't an explanation. Then you shall have one. Where to begin? On the morning of the lockdown, all was well. Geisler, an executive, was making his rounds, walking from console to console to check up on us. He held a bubbling cup of soy calf in his stubby little hands. We all knew that food and drink were forbidden outside the employee lounge. But Geisler was a proud man. He would not obey the rules. His pride was our undoing. He tripped and fell, and his soy calf spilled into a console in the animal testing wing. There was a terrible snap of shorting circuits, coupled with the stench of ozone. All over the building, emergency lights flashed and alarms blared. The building went into quarantine mode. He raises his voice and gestures theatrically. Doors locked and shutters slammed closed. We were all trapped like rats inside. But we were not afraid. We were sure that the malfunction would be fixed within the hour. We did not know what was coming for us. Unbeknownst to any of us, Geisler's devil beverage had done more than initiate a false quarantine. It had also shorted the locks on Billy's cage. The albino basilisk slipped its bonds, and in that moment, the reign of terror began. Within half an hour of the spill, Billy had slaughtered everyone who could have disengaged the lockdown. Executives were torn limb from limb, their business attire was shredded, their expenditure reports bathed in blood, and the rest of us were trapped inside with the savage beast. I fall silent thinking as we watch his expression clouds. When he speaks again, his voice is small. In the end, only Heiner and I remained. We managed to trap Billy in the underworld, but there was no hope of escape for us. It's been 2 years. Someone must have come knocking by now. Nope. As far as the outside world was concerned, we were still under quarantine protocols. Nobody knew why, and nobody cared. The building had presumably been sealed for a reason, and the world at large wasn't in a hurry to crack it open again. Hyder and I found ourselves completely isolated from the outside world, with the terrible creature running loose in the basement. Our choices were to give up and die, or to make the best of it. The man in cheer that you've come to expect floods back into the lab tech. He spreads his arm wide, a knowing smile on his face. And as you can plainly see, we chose the latter. We preserved, and eventually transformed this husk of a building into a glorious kingdom that you find yourself standing in today. It was all for the best in the end. I tamed this land, and I have grown to love it. I will never live anywhere else again. Mastodon bait. Nice. Yeah. It is indeed Mastodon bait. Two syllables there are way too close together. Alright, Phil. Here's the key card. At last! My ticket back into the hallowed halls of the executive wing. With its expansive supply of non-perishable treats. Hurry, noble stranger. Use it to unlock the door, and we will make all of our dreams come true. Yes, but I want the meat first. Where can I find the meat? Okay, whatever. Let's do the hole, maybe we can get it on the way out. Swipe the card. The card with an L. Why can't you see blue sky accounts without one? Makes me trust you all less. Yeah. Twitter, but also it is currently in closed beta, technically speaking. It's not open yet, which is, I think, why it's that way. Until it's actually public, then it's closed. I think that's why it is. Because, you know, you have to have an invite to join kind of situation as well. The key panel's light blips into a more pleasant hue, and the door unlocks. Go, Philip, go! Did you get your tasties? Thank you, my friend. You have granted me the secret desire to my heart yearned for most, a respectable supply of non-organ-based foods. You will always be welcome in these hallowed halls. I, Philip Rex, do swear it. I don't really need to know more about your fascination with that show. I think next RPG I play, I'm gonna choose one with fewer characters. Or at least fewer voices. Distinct, like, voices. Because boy, do I only have my own voice. BioWare samples. Experimental BioWare samples. Return to the Cruise Bazaar. Nothing else? Do not. I guess the BioWare is the meat. Cool. Let's go. I wonder if this BioWare has much effect on mass. Huh? Huh? Thank you, thank you. This should be a game I play at some point, I think. As you emerge, looking into the light of day, you find yourself standing face to face with a veritable wall of security personnel. I've started Mass Effect. I have them. I started Mass Effect 1, and I played the multiplayer of Mass Effect 3, I think, a bit. But yeah, I never actually pushed through. Just like with most RPGs, I'll start playing, I'll get really into it, and I'll have like 2 or maybe 3 sessions of just full hours into it, then I'll get distracted with something else, and I never feel like going back to it. Which is partly why I wanted to stream, was because it forces me to have a schedule for playing these games, which I never come back to. That way I'm actually going to finish them, hopefully. As you emerge, blinking into the light of day, a man in a special suit raises a megaphone to shout at you. You! Stay where you are! Microphone really isn't necessary, man. I'm standing right here. You will place the stolen Bioware samples that you're carrying on the ground. Then lie on your belly with your hands on your head. Do it now, or I will order my men to open fire. I didn't steal anything. The owner of this material commissioned me to retrieve it for him. Esquivel, you mean? Yes, we know all about him. He has quite a reputation back in Spain. We were with Shiawase, street scum, and that material infringes on 15 of our company's patents. The organs that you're carrying are based on our intellectual property. This is unbelievable. This place has let down for 2 years and you chose today to come visit. You think that's a coincidence? We came when the quarantine was broken. We've had eyes on this place since lockdown went into effect. You called us here when you opened the doors. So if I went through the vent, maybe... No, I mean because I would have come back out through the doors. Or maybe... I didn't see it pass to the vent, so I don't know if you could have actually entered through the vent. Why the wait? You could have broken into this place months ago. The building was quarantined, idiot. It's cheaper to set up a camera than it is to mount a hazmat cleanup effort. As long as that counterfeit merchandise was contained, we didn't care that it was in there. But it will not hit the streets. Now shut your mouth, hit the floor, or I'll order my men to open fire. Don't make me kill you, man. Have it your way. Security personnel raise their weapons into attack posture. Oh, man, I was really hoping I just had to kill some dogs, not... I mean... What are we looking at? 60, 45, 50, 50, 50. Can I just leg it? Oh, I can just leg it. How many stun grenades do I have? Flash grenade makes them easy to hit, but not necessarily stun them. Flashbang, 2 AP. Oh, it does minus 2 AP. That's 2 flashbangs. Yeah, the problem is doing the flashbang takes up 2 spots, doesn't it? So what I'll do is I'll flashbang here, the people closest to me. And then... Do you have... What are you? Accuracy increased. Air elemental. AP damage. Increases friendly target's AP by 1. Oh, I could... I should realize, I remembered, sorry, that I can actually give up to 4 AP to my melee person. Increases friendly target's AP by 1, or in fact I can probably make it up to 5. Power Dragon set aids all friends in true jump, based on damage. Right, so you are going to give Oh wait, no, I only have one thing that gives bonus AP. And that takes 2 AP to do. Instead, we're just gonna let it. You can't do anything, so you're just going to run. Did the you can't do anything, so you're just going to run. Iger, you have a flashbang as well. You could probably tank a couple of hits. Can I get both of these people in? I cannot get both of these people in. So let's do the flashbang again. Look, whatever you do in your spare time, Zeg, that's up to you. Ow. It's okay. And the going don't do. Yeah, it was fuck. That was a flashbang. I may have made a mistake. Can I reach these guys? I can reach these guys. What does it do? Strips armor, does 1 AP damage. Last nerve bolt. 42, 43. It's not an AoE, is it? No. That's a 2-point thing, so I kind of don't want to do that. Did the just run. More grenades, kind of unnecessary. Why did you what? Why did he shoot a friend? What? Alright, let's have you leg it to here. Is this character in the scene? No. You wanna stay here. And then you wanna go into control mode. Because then he is gonna come out here and be a distraction. Glory. I need to give you stim, but that'll take 1 down. Alright, and then I can get you. I can still make you run 2 this way, right? Yes. Dietrich, I know you got to heal Iga. Nowhere to heal. Never mind. If you haste Iger, such that Iger can get a little closer, or should I tell her to heal herself? I should tell her to heal herself. Standing in a group is probably not a great Good idea. Oh, there goes my drone. Look, I don't know why these guys are attacking each other. Well, I'm not gonna question it. I don't know what knocked me out. Oh, I guess the drone dying stuns me. I did not know that was a thing. Alright. You, how close can you get? You can get to here, board train, not enough FAP. Right, everybody get as far away as possible. Iger has enough to leave for some reason. Yes. Glory has enough to leave. Yes. Someone's shooting something heavy. Just waiting for it to say a grenade come to the screen. Cool. Leave. Leave. Roll out safety, and all we lost was a drone. Heckin' yeah. The U-Bahn trip back to the Adenauerplatz is a shaky one. Surprisingly, the train is packed. The only empty seats are at the very back of the car. A haggard-looking young mother marches down the aisle, dragging her 3 screaming children behind her. 2 boys and a girl, each around 6 years old. As the woman nears you, her eyes fix on the frozen pouches of bioengineered meat that you liberated from Sutherland's executive freezer. She opens her mouth to say something, but at that moment, the little girl jams a finger into her brother's nose. The boy howls, and the young mother's shoulders slump. Slowly, robotically, she turns back towards her destination and begins to trundle forward, dragging her squalling offspring forward with the solemnity of a funeral procession. Ah, yes, children. Booby doo 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 doo. That went pretty well, right? Don't you think? Let's give the stolen goods back. Although I don't like him, can I just... I wonder if I can blackmail, extort him for it. Isabel's expression brightens when he catches the sight of you. Oh, you're back. Do you have my merchandise? I do, in fact. It's right here. Ah, damn it. He greedily snatches the samples from your hands. So you do. Yes, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Good work, Didium. The doctor turns away, rifling through the samples and inspecting their labels. He looks like a kid in the candy store. As per our agreement, there will be no monetary compensation for this run. But, if you'll give me a moment, I will add the samples that you've recovered to my inventory. Looks over the samples that you've brought him, and eagerly begins punching their serial numbers into his PDA. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised. And now, if you'll excuse me, his sentence trails off as he returns to his attention to his merchandise. Hang on, there's a few more details. Fine, but let's make this quick, alright? I want to get this merchandise logged into inventory before it starts to thaw. Don't you want to know what caused the lockdown? A flicker of irritation passes over his face. He reluctantly turns back to you. Yes, suppose I do. Go ahead then, tell me. I'm all ears. Yeah, no kidding. Look at them. Take up most of your face. It's a stupid accident. Somebody spilled soy calf on a control console. and a bunch of test animals killed the researchers. That's frustrating. But I suppose all that water. I suppose that's all under the. I suppose that's all water under the bridge. Have my merchandise after all. The Shiawase Corporation had their eyes on the building to fight one of the retrieval teams. Oh? I can't say that I'm surprised. They were instrumental in engineering my downfall back in Spain. The bastards brought all manner of drummed-up charges against me. The tabloid press had a field day. I wouldn't worry about Shiawase. They may have their files on me, but they won't take any direct action against the Cruise Bazaar. I have information on several of their executives that would be quite embarrassing if it ever came to light. One of the researchers survived. He's gone insane. How tragic. He pauses for a moment, considering the drugs. As far as I'm concerned, he can stay there for as long as he likes. The lease is paid through 2061, and I don't need the building for anything. That's generous of you, Doctor. The money is already spent, Dithium. I can't get a refund, and the cleanup costs is on getting the building up and running would ruin me. So it's going to sit idle, one way or another. Anyway, I have what I need from the facility. If your little friend wants to play out his fantasies in there, he's more than welcome to. I wash my hands of it. That's all I needed. Cool. Alright, now show me your goods. I found the schematic. Can you make and install it? Auto-injector bliss. Interesting. These types of implanted injectors have become popular with some of the local games. Yes, I can install it. Though I'll need payment for the materials. Yeah, of course you do. Show me your cyberware. You wash your hands of it. Auto-injector hypher. Alpha dermal. Card essence 3. I have 3,000 yuan. Tailored pheromones by aware. Influences others subconsciously, granting this user a subtle edge. 1 charisma. And +3 to hit. Bioware. Braids fluorinated polymers into existing muscle tissue to increase physical performance. Quickness and strength. Weaves grafts of synthogen, an energy diffusing material under the skin. 1 armor. Oh, they go into fractions of essence, not all of them are like full essence things. Okay. The thrombocyte production, lessening trauma from recent wounds. So I guess this is like a temporary heal thing. Auto-injector, when triggered, incoming damage reduced by 3. Strength reduced by 1 for 4 rounds. Introduces additional convolutions and gyri into the frontal lobes of cerebellum. Boosts intelligence by 1. Which goes into the head, which would replace my data jack. Right. Pain editor. Oh, I can just click on the slots to filter items, right? Sorry. Oh, I could put an eye, the data jack in my eye. +3% to hit. High energy flashbulbs hidden. Cyber capable of temporarily blinding an opponent. Flashbang from your eyes. Iron-mounted laser that can designate a target, making it easy for your team to hit. State-of-the-art alpha cyber eye magnification enhancement. Adds +6. So this would be the direct upgrade to that. But put a data jack in my eye, I would then be able to add something into my head. Because currently my head is doing nothing. So I take this -3, put it in my eye, and be done with it. Then my head could increase my intelligence. Willpower, intelligence, bioair, blood genetically tailored toxin sac above the larynx, popular among assassins. Grants close range, poison attack. I don't like being close range. Encephalon? Process that boosts the user's knowledge-based skills. Adds 1 intelligence. So that adds 1 intelligence for 2000, then for 2500. Oh, BioWare has lower essence cost, that's what it is. Because it's not like Chrome. Costs more, has the same effect, but has a lower essence cost. So if I was to do this, I would put these into there. My eye, I would put in nothing because I can't afford it. Well, okay, what else do I have? Data jack in the palm, so I don't have to put it on my eye, I can put it on my arm. This little deck is dragons who don't want to sacrifice for head rip space. Flesh friendly replacements. 6 HP. And then this is 5 HP and 1 strength. Or I could put 6 HP in the other limb. Really, I would want to put 5 in that. Or the data jack. My leg. Can I put a data jack on my leg? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna buy anything, but I do need more money before I start bumping my stuff up. So I need to take more jobs that gives me money. Or maybe I could just sell some excess things. Is there anything down here? Ring. Hello? Nope, nothing. In fact, this is actually going to be the perfect time to call it, given... I know I started late, but I don't want to be up super late. I know I started late, but I want to end early/on time. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Just a little bit of fun times, chill times, good stories, good laughs. And we'll be playing Continue On next Thursday. Kind of, it seems like it's only going to be... You good? You crying, or you spamming Q to do your ultimate or something? I don't know. You were strafing. Oh, right. Wait, why is your strafe Q? Isn't strafe ASWD and then you hold your right click to rotate? Or is this noob controls? Assuming you're playing WoW. Right. save. I'm gonna take on some other jobs next time. It has 4 controls. Oh, okay. Overwrite the save, confirm. And then next time, usually we get like 1 or 2 encounters per stream, it kind of feels like. So we'll do 2 more next stream, and we can see how it goes from there. Throw the ending screen on. See how this renders, because I didn't see how well it actually looks in 1080. That's okay. Was the stream quality overall okay? Pretty good? I don't seem to have had any issues. I dropped some frames apparently. But it seems to be okay. This is not a particularly strenuous game, so I wanted to start low, work my way up, see what I can do. No network dropping, which is good to hear. But I did get some CPU drops. Some encoding and stuff drops. Anyway, small things. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I'll catch you all another time. Bye-bye.